In the past 3 years, 4 years now, the caribou's been away. So we had to keep going for further and further to get some caribou. Every fall.
I think it was important centuries ago, and it is very important food source for all the people in Nunavut, including this community, mainly because the people living here to somewhat quite a lot have survived over caribou only, including fishing caribou. And there's inland people who call it Helmut from Hicks Lake and Anada Lake area, as well as the people from Yatkat Lake, Sikulipyok, who have used the caribou as a main source of food for their family and clothing as well. So caribou is one of the main source of food in this community.
And we made meat pound. Dry meat pound. You ever seen one? It's brown, nice, soft ones. And she cut all the fat and make grease out of it, the fat. Oh, I love that. And narrows too. She heats it up and they make a grease out of it, and the bone too. He smashed all the bone with the axe on the rock, and he boiled that raw, and the bone and the peel, and they take all the greases out. They just threw only hairs, they said. They use it all, everything, on caribou. And the bone, that's all they threw it. They even use it for bones, for something like this, to go strip the caribou high, bone here and leg. They make a lot of things with knives. There's all kinds of things with bone. Yeah.
Really? Sibuk perantik. Ang tutut kahit perantik. Asigilon. Pilagunik pat. Uno tama. Kusalarap ko. Tama nitin. Batin nasak. Sibuk perantik. Tapko. Jesse. John Murray. Elijah, Simon, Frank, sibuk kayak sugan na. Na, like, kamu tutut kiman eh. Tautuk ka nga pakinami. Asin, kat kamu makautin. Kaya, taut kamu katautin. Kahit kalawaman. Na.
Avec Jared.
Avec looting. You Simon Lo, Frank Lo, Jimmy. Cooking na ilagun. Jesse Urak ilagun. John Moore ilagun. Asin tut. Kat kamangakit kupkit. Sama. Tap ko tikis kakangit periktaan yaktuk.
Well, if we were to be called Caribou people, it would be because of this river, because this is a river that the caribou have to come to when they're migrating, both when they're leaving the calving grounds and when they're going back. And so we live around this area. We have lived here for thousands of years on this river, and so the caribou dwell amongst these lands, and so we have been using the caribou that come to this river for thousands of years. It's our main livelihood, caribou, even, maybe even more than money.
Now we're preparing our Caribou Day tomorrow, almost the same kind of celebration that the coastal people have. Their big feast and Eskimo dance. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And just to educate the kids about caribou, since we're caribou people.
We get 80% of our nourishment in this community from the caribou. All of these children around town, they yearn for the caribou to come on the mountain and on the rivers. Now, in these days of technological advances of internet and stuff, my own boys are saying, check on the internet, Dad, see where the caribou are, because many of them got collars and they report on the internet.
Springtime here, when caribou used to migrate, you can just, for a whole week, you'll see hundreds and hundreds caribou just migrating in this area here, in this lake here. You know, you can see caribou just from your window, enjoying coffee and just seeing them. You can see one. Sometimes you can see a line stretch for kilometers and kilometers. And that's how it used to be.
I mean, a committee of hunter support, Escapia hunter support. We had to hire some people last year to go out like further north, just to get some caribou out there, and it costs a lot of money to give meat to elders, but we couldn't give everybody some meat.
The ice thawed too fast this year, and the snow too. So we had a hard time to harvest some geese too.
Since we got in a way and we start doing stuff, building mines, you know. Now we start defecting animals, and that's really one of our concerns, you know. People are looking for work. And one of the things that they know is it's the creators of jobs in the world. It's the mining industries, and which they do support. But at the same time, there is a concern that the migration of those caribou could be affected. But you know, of course, they do have a concern and worries. But at the same time, that they want to see more mining companies to open up in this region because of possibilities they may do the job.
The Wantatquichin have said time and time again that what's on top of the ground there is much more valuable than what's underneath. And whether or not the estimates are true, a culture that was here thousands and thousands of years, well before the time of the pyramids, that has been here and thrived, that has kept this land and wildlife and water intact for centuries, is much more valuable to survive than for 6 months of oil. I'll tell you that right now.
If we can keep our caribou migrating, then we're happy. And then if we can't, then we're just ordinary Joe from Main Street America. All of a sudden, we're just typical Americans waiting for McDonald's, which we don't have here.
We know the changes is affecting the animals, but we have to do such things as, we got scientists and whatever they call studies, and they find out ahead of time if the caribou's getting low. We have to do our part to, maybe not kill so many. And that goes for everybody else in other communities. And when that happens, I think we all have to obey, because we all have to do our part. We want those kids that's not even born yet to have what we have. So I think it's fair that we keep trying. Yeah.